Hello everybody, this is English for You, the program that helps you improve your English. A very warm welcome. In the studio I have my Fazeka students. Long time no see. Szabolcs, how are you doing?
Sure, I'm fine.
Great. Kata, what's
Fine,
up?
Thank you.
Fine?
Yeah.
Great. Victor, how's it hanging?
I'm great, thanks.
Good. Victoria, what's up?
Everything's wonderful.
Great. Today's special guest is Mr. Zachary Anderson. Zach, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. It's a great privilege to be here.
And you were born in the States, weren't you?
I was.
In which state?
I was born in the state right in the middle, farthest north, other than Alaska. It is called Minnesota.
Minnesota. Can you recall your earliest memory?
I think my earliest memory is something very, very cold, because oftentimes in the winter, Minnesota can get in Fahrenheit to about 50 degrees below zero.
Which is pretty cold.
Oh, it's horrible.
And so your first memory is sort of coldness.
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
His English is wonderful. I love his English. I mean, so absolutely fascinating. And also, Zach is a VJ. Got any idea what it might mean, VJ? Video jockey on a Hungarian music television. And we're going to listen to him. So would you roll the tape, please?
Sziasztok! Ha péntek, akkor ranglista. Ha ranglista, akkor az most csak is a német lehet. Nézzük meg már is az első klippet, mely ma az utolsó is. Mármint a listán. De amúgy szépen nyomul előre. Ronan Keating, I love it when we do.
Excellent. I mean, how come that your Hungarian is so good?
Well, there's a little bit of a story behind that. I actually grew up living here in Hungary. My parents worked here in my childhood, and so from the age of 5 until the age of 16, I was living here in Budapest, going to Hungarian school, and most of my friends were Hungarians. And when you're very young, it's very easy to learn a foreign language, so I learned Hungarian.
Excellent. And what are the advantages, or what were the advantages of having a Hungarian school background?
I think that one of the greatest things about Hungarian school, other than the friends that I was able to make there, was Hungarian school is very challenging. And so when I went back to the States, to America, I found that this is not difficult at all. Now, I did not do that well when I was here in Hungarian school, but when I went back to America, suddenly I was getting the top grades.
Great, excellent. That's a nice story. Did you miss anything when you were in Hungary?
Yeah, there were many things that I missed. I can think one of the things that I missed most was probably some of the food in America.
Can you come up with one?
I have one in mind. In fact, it's called chocolate chip cookies.
Would you hold it up?
I will. Chocolate chip
Just the other way
cookies.
around.
There we go.
Chocolate chip cookies, and we have some chocolate chip cookies right here, and I'm going to serve it. So just help yourself. Definitely. And I would like you to...
Thank you very much.
Thanks
You're
a
welcome.
lot.
And
oh my.
you baked it?
No, actually my wife made it. My wife, so it's okay. You can eat it.
So say thank you to your wife. And I would like you to taste it now. And would you just try to come up with the ingredients? Just 1 or 2 ingredients.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Very good.
Very clever, very intelligent guy. And I think it's sort of sweet biscuit, right?
Yeah.
Usually baked at home.
There's some flour and some sugar and some eggs, and then you just bake it, and there it is.
Very nice.
It's great.
I'm glad you like it.
Yummy.
Good. Yummy, yummy. Now, when you went back to the States, you had a passionate decision.
I did.
What was it?
As I was getting ready to graduate from high school, I became very interested in theater. So interested that I asked some of my teachers in high school what would be a good university if I wanted to study theater. They suggested the University of Minnesota, which was in the state that I was living. And I immediately put lots of my energy toward becoming an actor. I wanted to become an actor and succeed in stage or in the movies. And so I would say this was a very passionate decision for me because I put my whole heart into it.
Very good. We have something for you guys to watch. And I would like you, Kata, to say a couple of things, what you can see, what's happening in the projector. It's going to start, right. What's happening?
Well, the curtain is drawing up, and there are people moving there very strangely, like they are jumping around and behaving like children. Well, it seems that that's a huge room with very big furniture. I don't know. And there are strange colors in the background, like blue and pink.
Excellent, excellent. Which one is you?
Well, I am actually just hopping over the other actor.
Somewhere here?
Right down there at the bottom.
Right, okay. So what was it? Was it the degree?
This was Alice in Wonderland. We did this in college, and I was the Mad Hatter, the person with the big hat on his head, and I was crazy. So it was very easy.
Good. Okay, now you're going to find word cards in your desk, and I would like you to look at your word cards because they are some indispensable elements of Zach's profession. And I would like you to match your word card and the definition. Okay? So the first is going to come up pretty soon, and if you think you have the word card, would you just hold up your hand? The position you hold your body in when you sit or stand, what is this?
Posture.
Say it again, please.
Posture.
Can you show confidence with the help of your posture? Would you show confidence?
Yes, maybe. Or I don't know.
Excellent. Very good. Good. Now, the second one is the use of the hands to express what you mean.
That's mine. This is gesture.
Right. Can you show, get out of here? Good. All right. And the third, would you read it out, please, Zach?
The third is the use of the face to show how you feel.
It's mine. It's facial expression.
Right. You are surprised. Great. Okay. And the last one, would you?
The mastering of the sounds that you make when you speak.
It's voice production.
Good. Voice production. Thank you very much. Now, it's going to be something very interesting for you because it's going to be a children's rhyme here. We're going to chorus this children's rhyme. Georgie, porgy, pudding and pie. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Georgie, porgy, pudding and pie, kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, Georgie, porgy ran away. It's pretty easy, right? It's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to be an audition. What's an audition, Zach?
An audition is what an actor must do if he or she would like to be cast in the play. It is for the director to look at you and decide, yes, you can do this job, or no, you are not the right person for this job.
Right. Victoria, this is a crucial moment in your life because you might get an excellent job. All you have to do is act it out, and Zach is going to instruct you how. You can look at the projector if the words skip. Come here, and Zach, would you instruct her?
Absolutely. Okay. Georgie Porgy, he is a very sad character. So as you are acting this out, I want to feel how he is feeling. How is he feeling as he is sad? See if you can show me that with these other words, your posture, your gestures, your facial expressions, and your voice.
You mean now I have to say this out? Very sadly.
Very sad, because I'm the director, and I would like to cast you.
Okay. And the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Georgie, porgy, pudding and pie, kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, Georgie, porgy ran away.
Very good.
Thank you very much. We're going to decide whether she is going to get the job or not, but this is going to be your task now. Would you come here, and I'm going to instruct you with the same little children's rhyme.
All right.
Now, Georgie Porgy is a stone evil character. Okay? The devil personified.
Yes, he is.
And I would like you to act it out that way, using the posture, the gesture, facial expressions, and voice production. He is the devil personified, demonic.
May I use the chair?
Yeah.
Georgie Porgy. Pudding and pie. Kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, Georgie Porgy ran away.
The stone evil. Thank you very much. Great. Excellent. Absolutely wonderful. Right. Now it's going to be a little bit different now. It's going to be... Yes. What have you been doing in Hungary? I mean, back in the States, you had this acting.
Yes.
And then you came to Hungary.
I came to Hungary. The opportunity presented itself to come to Hungary and to work in the high schools with sort of a morals building program. So I came to do some classroom presentations on simple topics like, why is it important to have a good friend? Or why is it important to have a positive self-image? And as I began this process, I began to realize what were some of the music interests of the Hungarian youth. And I began to watch this television station called, well, this
a music
Hungarian music
yeah.
television station. And I noticed that they were having auditions for VJs. And I thought, what a wonderful experience this would be. I did not expect to receive a job, but I thought, if I go, I'm sure I will learn something more about Hungarians, and it will probably help me in my work in the classrooms.
Excellent. And you have this, I have this flyer here.
Yes,
it says,
yes.
Speak Out 2002, Fun with American Students. You can see it here. What's happening in that camp?
This is a camp that we do every summer in which we invite Hungarian students who would like to learn conversational English. Not so much grammar, but more conversational English. They have an opportunity to meet students from America. And at this camp, we basically give them an opportunity to practice, play some games, try some American food. I really think that it's one of the best opportunities that I've had to meet Hungarian students, and I have heard many wonderful things from Hungarian students about their English.
Right. It's very interesting. I think you have two, basically you have two personae.
Possibly.
One is the VJ.
Right.
And I have a picture of a VJ, maybe it's not fair, sort of superficial character, smiling all the time, just talking, not really deep. And the other thing that you go into classrooms and you talk about very, very deep things like marriage, love, and things like this.
Yes.
How can you reconcile these two personae of yours?
One of the best ways that I have found to get to know people who are in their teen years is to identify with them on a common level. If I like a certain kind of music, and if they like a certain kind of music, it's very easy to begin talking with them. And then once we have built a relationship, we can begin talking about things that are more important.
So which is your more important persona?
I would say that the most important persona anyone can have is one that is trying to help other people. And I hope that both of my jobs allow me to get to know people so that I can find out how I can help them.
Right. Now you can help Szabolcs.
All right.
Because we're going to introduce Szabolcs into the... Whoops. I'm fumbling with this. Into the music industry.
Yes.
It's very strange, isn't it? Music industry. The name is very, very strange. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to introduce Szabolcs into the music industry. And I would like you to make a short interview in a VJ fashion.
Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very happy to be here in TV land, and I'd like to introduce you to the latest megastar, Szabolcs.
Hi.
Szabolcs, please tell everyone out there, what is your musical instrument that you like to play?
Oh, I play the guitar.
Really?
Yes.
How many years have you been practicing the guitar?
Well, I've been learning it for 9 years.
9 years. So you probably are quite good at this.
I hope.
Do you have any musical influences, other people who play the guitar who you think do a very good job?
Well, my favorite guitar players are, for example, Carlos Santana. I think you know him.
I do.
Maybe another one, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray
He's
Vaughan.
not so well known, but
But
he
he's
was
also very good.
Yes, a very good player.
Okay. And do you have any plans to turn this guitar playing into a true career?
No, I don't know. That's just hobby.
Okay. Well,
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Would you come here and just show us your skill? It's a fantastic moment for him. I mean, playing on television. I hope your hands aren't trembling.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So it's going to be some kind of blues.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much. Unbelievable. So we're going to see how we can help him make the big, right?
Sure.
And this is going to be some kind of listening from Great Britain. And Group 1, you're going to listen to Steve Sutherland, who is the editor of New Musical Express. What does Steve compare Szabolcs's music to? And you're going to listen to Tony Wadsworth, CEO, Chief Executive Officer of EMI. What kind of bridge is Tony talking about? Would you roll the tape, please?
The music industry makes music as a product. It's obvious, it's the music industry. It makes music as a product to sell to people, like it could be, people always say this, it could be baked beans. It's true. It could be baked beans, it could be clothes. It's just a product to make money.
You've got to cross that bridge or make that link between art and commerce, because that's what our business is all about. It is turning artistic endeavours of varying degrees of merit into commerce, into business.
Kotta.
I said music in music industry is just a product. It's to sell something, and it's only for money.
And it could be, what was
Anything. It could be clothes.
Could be clothes, could be baked beans, right? And what was Tony talking about, Victor?
You have to make the bridge between art and commerce. This is the whole business about.
Right. Now, this time we're going to meet Mark Jones, who is the director of a small record company. Group 1, how much money is needed to introduce a new band? Group 2, what is the money needed for? Roll the tape, will you?
Most major record companies spend about £1 million on a pop band before they've even released their first single. That's not unreasonable to think that. The amount that they get signed for, the amount that they spend on videos and launches and whatever else they do to make that act successful. If record companies are spending £1 million on actually trying to break a band, that it's guaranteed almost that it's going to happen, because they have friends in high places within radio and TV that can almost guarantee that their latest young things will get some sort of exposure, where we just don't have that luxury, really.
How much money? Szabolcs?
Oh, it's a great sum of money. I think it's £500,000 or 100.
He said 1 million.
One million pounds. How much is this in Hungarian currency? £1 million.
A great amount of forint.
I think it's 400 million forints. Just to introduce a band, I'm going to repeat it. 400 million forints. Your chances are not too good, Szabolcs, at this point, but we'll see. And what is this amount of money needed for?
Exactly
Victoria?
what you've said, to introduce a band, to launch it, and for its videos. And they also have some experts who tell them, it's like marketing research, I guess. They tell them what they can expect, what people are going to buy, and what's popular at the time.
Right. Zach, is it the same in Hungary? Do you think that in Hungary a band needs to have 400 million forints to get some exposure on television and things like this? And to me it sounds ridiculous.
I suppose that the question is the band wanting to get exposure in Hungary, or does the band want to get exposure all around the world? In Hungary, I'm confident that a band can get exposure for much less than 400 million forint. However, if a band would be interested in becoming as popular as some of the biggest bands in the world, like perhaps U2, they will probably need more than 100 million.
Fantastic. Huge amount of money. We have Belle and Sebastian. Would you put up your hand if you've ever heard of this band, Belle and Sebastian? Zach has. Now, this is a band, I think it's a British band, and it's going to be a very, very interesting story, because now you're going to meet and you're going to listen to the story how Belle and Sebastian managed to win the first Newcomers Award, which is a very important award in Britain. So this is it. Try to understand the story. Roll the tape, will you?
To everybody's surprise, Belle and Sebastian won the award.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Belle and Sebastian.
The official British music industry, had absolutely no idea how the internet worked. And a bunch of people who did understand it, young people who understood how communities work, just went in there and pulled a fast one. And they got their people to vote, and they won fair and square, and it embarrassed the British music industry in public.
So how did they manage to succeed? Szabolcs, you...
Well, it was an internet vote, I think, and somehow they collected supporters on the internet.
Excellent. Through the internet. Through the internet. And two fantastic expressions Steve was using. They pulled a fast one, that was one, and they won fair and square. They pulled a fast one. What is it, Zach? Do people use it in the States?
Yes, yes, they do. It is an expression that would mean they convinced someone without letting them realize that they had convinced them. They tricked them.
Tricking someone to get advantage.
Yes.
Can you come up with a good Hungarian expression for this or a phrase for this? They pulled a fast one. They succeeded in tricking somebody. Kijátszották, átverték, something like this. And fair and square?
Fair and square means what the first word means. It is completely legal. Everything is okay. They did what they needed to do correctly.
So they pulled a fast one without cheating. So they tricked them, but it was fair.
It was fair.
It was fair. Right. Now, there's going to be a piece of writing on the projector, and I would like you, Zach, to read it out. And this is good news for Szabolcs, because we're going to see how much money he needs to get the big one.
For £600, anyone can set up the equipment necessary to put music on the internet.
So for £600, I mean, if you compare this to the £1 million, I mean, it's much less. It's about 300,000 forints, which is relatively nothing, right? Now, how might the internet change today's music industry? I would like you to listen to this, and would you roll the tape?
The web and what can be done on there. It does give people the opportunity just to make their own music and put it out there for anyone to find if they want to, and it doesn't really cost very much. So it's kind of back to people just standing around making music for the sake of it, just because they want to, and it becomes a hobby, not a business. And I think at the moment we're in a really good place for that.
Victoria?
They can make music as a hobby, so the internet gives them the opportunity to put on music and introduce it to a lot of people.
And they can be successful.
Sure.
Right? How do you like this idea, Zach?
Well, in fact, in America, the two questions that they always ask a new band is, do you have any music right now on the internet? And do you have a website? Because those are the two ways that they are generating their biggest audiences.
Right. Now, look at Szabolcs, okay? He can play the guitar. Do you think he should change his appearance to be a megastar in Hungary? What would you do if you were Szabolcs and you would like to be a star?
Well, if I were Szabolcs, I think he has everything going for him. He's got a great guitar skill. He has a wonderful fashion sense. I like the way his hair looks. I think perhaps one thing he could do is he could buy a pair of glasses. A pair of glasses, even if you don't need glasses, that look perhaps a little bit like Elvis Costello. Because when people see people wearing glasses, they think, perhaps they are smart, and if I listen to their music, I also will be smart.
Am I not smart like this?
I hope so.
Right. Did you have to change your hairstyle or something when you became a star on television or a VJ on television?
Now, it's interesting. In fact, they came up to me and they said, please don't change your hair. And so this was the one thing that was already there in which they had decided, I think it looks good the way it is.
And your clothes?
My clothes are the same. The same.
So you didn't have to change anything?
Not yet.
Okay, good. Zach, thank you very much for coming.
Victor.
Thank you for the chocolate chip cookies.
Absolutely.
Which is one of America's favorite desserts, and you can bake it fresh at home. Thank you, guys. Next week it's going to be English for you again. Bye-bye.